Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Esoteric Atlanta and for today, Esoteric Australia. I was just saying offline, Teymara, like I laugh. I think I must have had a past life in Australia. I must have had
Yeah,
multiple because even when I was
yeah,
in Australia, I felt at home there and I freaking love Australia. And I love that it just so happens that one of my biggest demographic is my Aussies.
yep,
Because and Australia, you guys in Australia are so much like Southerners in America. We have such similar like personalities. In fact, there's this guy, I don't know if you've seen this, Tamara, there's this TikToker who is Australian who just immigrated to the United States, and he's picked the South to live in because it's so much like Australia. The way that people are so
yeah.
much like Australia. So for today, we're EA, Esoteric Atlanta, Esoteric Australia. And so
Yeah.
we are going to be doing, guys, as you know, we're going to be doing the overview for the month of June, which if you're new
June.
here, I know I've gotten
Yeah.
some new subscribers. So tomorrow you use what? You look at the astrology, you
I do astrology, I do numerology, I do tuning in, they tell me. So when I look at aspects, they tell me what the aspects are.
so it's
I don't, it's not, I haven't learned anything out of books, out of all of that, no.
and I
And they just tell me.
for our new, because I know we got a few new viewers. So for our new viewers, like this is better than just. I know sometimes I have to hashtag astrology just to get it out there, but it's more than that. What Tamara does when she looks at the month overview, and I'm also going to have her channel over on RUMBLE in the description box, so you can get the weekly and daily updates from Tamara as well. And what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to keep the overview on YT. And then, of course, you guys know after we get into look at the overview of June, we're going to be talking about all the current events. Now, of course, you guys know this if you've been with me for a very long time. If you're new here, this might be a surprise to you. YT does not like when Tamara and I talk about current events.
No,
We're
no.
we're we're problem children. So
We're naughty.
we're
We're
not.
naughty.
So
Yes.
this is going to be the short form interview where it's just the overview, but the long form interview is going to be on RUMBLE. I can't say the name because YT gets mad, but RUMBLE. So you can follow the link. Or if you will live in France or Norway or any other country where you don't get RUMBLE, go to the Esoteric Academy, the link down below. We have a free page on the Esoteric Academy where we put up all of my potent episodes, so you can watch it there as well. So you have two places where you can watch the full long form episode. If you're already on RUMBLE, you're going to have everything, so just stay where you are. And with that being said, let's get into it because we got a lot
Okay.
going on, don't we?
There we go. Okay, so June. We are at the start of a new 29-year cycle. Yeah, exciting. So it's a whole lot of it's new beginnings, and it commenced on the 25th of May.
Which was
Okay.
a moon day, wasn't it? We had a moon day that day, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, the thing is that people that are not aware, that don't know, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Okay. So we've got a planetary movement that is back into Aries, and then it takes about 29 years to make its way all around. So we are at this new beginning stage. So how appropriate that June comes through with the number 33.
Interesting. Yes.
So what do we get with the 33? So what came through is this is the heart. This is the heart vibration. This is about children. This is about relationship energy. And we have just experienced an opening that is actually coming up, right? Because it's the month of June. So it'll be around about like mid-June that this is going to be activated. We're going to be open. There's going to be the opening of a very important heart portal. So just get ready for some profound experiences. Now, the other thing that they said to me was, okay, because I was looking at this and a lot of people go, wow, 33 Mason and all of that sort of thing. So I just went upstairs. All right, so tell me with this energy. So the 33 Masonic is just very basically saying it's time for it to go. The bigger the heart energy expressed by all on the planet, expressed by all as one, the sooner our energy combined will dissolve theirs.
Yeah, and darkness can't create anything. Only the light can create. And so
That's it.
we're taking it
Yeah.
back. With ours, we're taking
Yeah.
it back. The darkness can only invert with the light.
Yep. Yeah. So, like, very, 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 very important month. So I'm looking at a lot coming out about the children. Right? There is more that's coming out as we've made our ways through the June vibration. I mean the May vibration. More started to come out, and then on the 25th even more. So we're looking at this Diddy case, and what is actually being released and what is being exposed. So now we're getting into like the children.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's getting into that now. Okay, now the 3rd and the 4th, attention to detail. Very, very important. Then on the 5th and the 6th, get things into balance in your life. So attention to detail, the 3rd and the 4th, then 5th and 6th, time to get things into balance. Then we've got the 8th and the 9th. So then you will understand why you had to do the attention to detail, then you had to get into balance, because the 8th and the 9th, it's like things will be intense. Then with all of that energy, there is a break until we get to the 15th and the 16th. So not sure what's going to be happening from the 10th to the 15th, but something's going to be up. The 15th and the 16th is going to be power to the people. So this is where, oh boy, oh my God. Okay, that's the middle of June. So that's when I said about the portal. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so see, like, I just write stuff and I'm not, and then when I read it, I go, oh shit, look at that. Okay, so the 15th and the 16th is power to the people. So this is where the opening of this heart portal energy is going to activate something with humanity, yeah? Then around the 17th and the 18th, there's going to be some emotional outbursts with people. So the people who are awake, the people who have done the work, they will be fine. The people who haven't, then we've got those emotional outbursts. So you just have to be careful what you're saying or what you're actually doing. The 19th and the 20th, it's like things are firing up big time. And then there's a break again until we get to the 28th. And on the 28th, all they said was, watch it. Watch it. And then that was it. So nothing about the 29th to 30th, but, just watch it. So obviously something's going to be happening on the 28th, and then we just need to basically pull our heads in. All right, so now we get into the rest of it. Erratic energy until the 9th. Communication will require lots of clarity up until the 9th, and watch emotions from that date, as they will create confusion when you're trying to get your point across. Then we come along and we're looking at the 27th. So when we get to the 27th of the energy, so that's the 9th until the 27th that we've got all of that going on. And then on the 27th comes around, expect a lot happening and no more pussyfooting around. right? Do you Americans understand pussyfooting around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Relationships will become very real. Ability to see through others, and now we were talking about this before, weren't we? Right. Okay. Relationships will become very real. Ability to see through others and their intentions, plus a feeling of wanting to tell people to pull their heads in. It's going to be very strong. Okay. Very strong energy. And the energy that came in to this placing on the 25th of May, lasting through until the 6th of June. So that's what you're going to be experiencing, yeah? So just be careful, just don't tell people to pull their heads in, just turn your back and just walking away and go whatever, yeah? My daughter's favorite saying, whatever. So that's going to go through until the 6th of June, when compromise will be very difficult to achieve, right through until the end of the month. Okay? So that's an interesting one that's going to be going on. Then I've got, oh wow, the 1st until the 17th, expect a lot of action in the world that will culminate with disclosure, 17th until the end of the month. So again, we've got that middle of the month when that portal actually opens. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
The 9th is going to see the world starting to take things in a new direction. If you are a Cancerian, or wherever the sign of Cancer falls in your chart, that date, the 9th, will see lots of changes coming your way. So the clearer you are, the more positive your next 12-month journey will be. So just have a check and see if if you don't know about like your astrology, just put your dates in, something online. You can put your birth, you can put your birth date of birth in there, and it will show you where the planets are. So wherever a planet is in Cancer, you've got a lot that's going to be going on in that area of your life for the next 12 months, starting on the 9th of June. So all of that Gemini energy, all of you Gemini people, wherever Gemini was, we're leaving all of that behind, and we're now moving into the Cancerian energy. Now, starting on the 25th of May, here we go again. Aries was hit with a big dose of reality that will last a little over 2 years. So if you've got Aries anywhere in your chart, you're going to get that, and it's a big dose of reality. So again, wherever Aries sits in your chart, that aspect will apply. The clearer you are, the more it will be a stabilizing influence. Okay, now here we go. A lot to do with money, and there's going to be, quite a positive lot of energy that's going to be taking place in regard to money. So we're getting it to balance out, and we've got a lot, there's a lot of proposals that are going on behind the scenes. Also, people seeing things very, very clearly. Again, what we were talking about before, Bryce. And a lot of focus on an overseas country. So what I would like to present to you all is Turkey and Istanbul, and we've got the big mosque. Wonderful Christian 2021 has done some work over there, and it's fabulous. And so he was saying this is huge, right? It's huge. So when we get to mid-June, if you can just put all of your energy into and send your energy to that particular mosque, because there's something quite amazing. And I spent time in Turkey quite a few years ago. I backpacked. Yeah, I backpacked Turkey, Japan, and Thailand, right? And I was well past my 50s.
That is
Yep.
shocking to me. I don't, because you always have your cute little high heels on. That is amazing.
Oh, yeah. No, like I had the fabulous boots, and then Demis Roussos then bought me a really fabulous pair of hiking boots, like of all things, because he was so particular about clothes and everything else. But going into this particular mosque, it's got a female's name.
Sophia, yeah. And this
Yeah,
is so Tartarian. Like looking at this if you guys have not seen the 7 hour documentary on Tartaria, like this is looking at this is the lost this a lot of these mosques and these churches were Tartarian healing centers. And you see
yeah,
those, and like Washington D.C. is very Tartarian. So obviously we've been lied to about our history. Duh, we've been lied to about everything. But this looks so healing. The way the windows are, the way the sound would vibrate through it,
oh,
technology that was used in Tartaria far surpasses the
yeah.
technology that we have here.
Right. It's like it is beautiful, and you walk in there, and the peace is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, they did a whole lot of things and blocked energy. They did a whole lot of stuff. Anyway, it's like it's coming to an end. All right. So mid-month, please. Okay. Just sending lots and lots of love, to Istanbul, to that mosque. Okay. Now we're going to be going in a new direction, and there's going to be a lot discussed this month in regard to money all over the sea, all over the world, right? So overseas energy. Okay, right. Getting rid of burdens, right? So please, if you haven't done work on yourself by now, as I've said over and over again, and when I did 60 Minutes debate all those years ago here, in Australia, I just said to Ray Martin, the kids, and I took in a whole lot of teenagers with me, and I just said, the kids all say the same thing: take away my pain, and I'll no longer have to do the to kill it.
Right.
I mean, like, duh, yeah,
And I will
yeah,
say, I've heard from many spiritual, not just the Catholics, but other spiritual entities, that they don't actually even judge us that harshly when that happens, because being a human is so hard that
yeah,
we're really looking to like numb out, because it's so hard to be here on planet Earth. And it's
yeah,
that you hit the nail on the head. Like not
yeah,
it's not the it's what caught it. There isn't the problem.
yeah, yeah. It's the pain.
Yeah.
So we do the now. She's been with me now. It's taken us 2 months, but we had to go through all the healing of her with all of these
Sure.
people, and all of the deaths that she's had in her life, one on top of
But
the other. And she's amazing. She
as
is
you
just
tell her, as a
amazing.
42-year-old woman, I know how hard that is, and I that is good for her for being brave
Yeah,
enough and courageous
yeah,
enough to do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So it's really interesting. All right, so we're getting rid of the burdens, okay? Um, and then we've got to be really, really careful. Now, this is interesting, because as we're starting to move closer and closer and closer, right, to God's ideal outcome, right, it's like out they're going to come from the woodwork. So please be careful who you listen to. And you may think that you're listening to some really, really great people, but I'm telling you now, it's like they've been placed,
Yep,
and
100%.
they've been given their script in regard to what they have to cover. So just be very, very aware of that. I just listen to, basically, it's like, it's two.
We hope you enjoyed this short form episode of the June 2025 astrology horoscope forecast. Again, this was the short edited form. If you would like to listen to the long form, where we go into more detail and we also speak about current events, please follow the link below to RUMBLE, to that platform. Or if you live in a country that does not get RUMBLE. There is a link to the Esoteric Academy down in the description box below. There is a free page where you can go and watch some of my more potent videos on the free page. If you would like your chart done by Teymara, your private birth chart done by her, there is also a link to her website down below. I highly, highly, highly recommend getting your chart done by Teymara. It's about a 2-hour process that she sits with you and goes through everything in your life, and it does bring a lot of clarity to what is going on in your particular soul's journey. With that being said, again, we hope you enjoyed the short form, and if you want to join us for the long form, going into more detail and speaking about those pesky little current events, then please join us on one of the other 2 optional platforms listed down in the description box below.